There are moments in life when something shifts, suddenly, urgently, and without warning. If you're watching this right now, this is not a coincidence. This message is for the chosen ones, those who have been feeling the pressure, the confusion, the spiritual tension rising within. April 25th and 26th mark a critical turning point. Something is happening behind the scenes, something divine, something that demands your attention. This is an emergency update for your spirit. You were led here for a reason, and what you're about to hear could change how you see everything unfolding in your life right now. So please, listen carefully. This is not the time to ignore the signs. Right now, there is a sudden spiritual shift taking place, and if you are truly one of the chosen ones, you have already begun to feel it deep within yourself. It's not something you can easily explain to others, but it shows up in your emotions, your thoughts, and even in the way your surroundings feel unfamiliar or tense. Things that once made sense may now feel confusing, and situations that used to be stable might suddenly feel uncertain. This is not happening by accident. This is the sign of a deeper movement, something spiritual that is repositioning you for what is coming next. You may notice that your energy feels different, like you are being pulled in a direction you didn't plan for. There's a sense of urgency, almost like time is speeding up, and you can't afford to stay the same person you were before. Old habits, old connections, and even old mindsets may start falling away without warning. It can feel uncomfortable, even overwhelming, because it seems like things are being taken from you or shifting too fast. But in reality, this shift is not here to harm you, it's here to prepare you. During this time, your awareness becomes sharper. You start seeing things for what they truly are. People's intentions become clearer, and situations reveal their true nature. It may feel isolating at times first, because not everyone around you will understand what you're going through. Some may even dismiss your feelings or try to pull you back into your old way of thinking. But this shift is personal. It is meant specifically for you, to elevate you and move you into alignment with a higher purpose. You might also feel a strong internal push to step back, to reflect, or to distance yourself from noise and distractions. This is not weakness, this is guidance. It's a moment where you are being called to listen more closely, to trust your intuition, and to pay attention to the signs around you. Even small things may start to feel meaningful, like they are pointing you towards something greater. This sudden shift can feel like pressure, but pressure creates transformation. Just like something must be refined before it becomes valuable, you are being shaped in this moment. The discomfort you feel is part of the process of becoming stronger, wiser, and more aware. What you are experiencing right now is not random chaos, it is divine alignment happening in real time. And even though it may feel uncertain, you are not being left alone in this. You are being guided, protected, and prepared. The key is to stay alert, stay grounded, and not ignore what you are feeling inside. This shift is real, it is happening now, and it is setting the stage for everything that is about to unfold in your life. And as this shift continues to unfold in your life, something else begins to happen quietly. The powerfully hidden truths start coming to the surface. These are things that were always there, but for one reason or another, you couldn't fully see them before. It's as if a veil is being lifted from your eyes, allowing you to understand situations, people, and even your own past in a completely different way. You may begin to realize that certain things you once believed were not entirely true, or at least not the full picture. Conversations you've had, relationships you trusted, and paths followed may now appear in a new light. This can feel unsettling at first because it challenges your sense of certainty. But this revelation is necessary. You cannot step into what's next while still holding on to illusions that were never meant to stay. These hidden truths don't always come in dramatic ways. Sometimes they arrive subtly through a feeling, a sudden thought, or a moment of clarity that seems to come out of nowhere. Other times they appear through situations that expose what was once concealed. Someone's true intentions might become clear, or a pattern you've been stuck in may suddenly make sense. It's like pieces of a puzzle finally coming together, showing you a bigger picture that was always forming behind the scenes. As these truths are revealed, you may feel a mix of emotions. There can be relief in finally understanding what didn't make sense before, but also disappointment or even pain when you realize certain things were not what they seemed. This emotional response is natural. It's part of letting go of what no longer aligns with who you are becoming. Truth has a way of freeing you, but it also asks you to release what was built on misunderstanding. You might also notice that your tolerance for things that once felt normal is starting to fade. You can no longer ignore red flags or pretend that everything is okay when it isn't. This is because your awareness is expanding. You are being trained to see beyond the surface, to recognize what is genuine, time, and what is not. This level of clarity is not given to everyone at the same time. It comes to those who are ready to handle it. At times, it may feel like you're becoming more distant from people or environments that no longer resonate with you. This is not you losing connection, it's you outgrowing what was never meant to be permanent. As truth reveals itself, it naturally separates you from what doesn't belong in your next season. Through all of this, you are being guided toward a deeper, time understanding of yourself and your purpose. The truths being revealed are not meant to confuse you, but to align you. They are clearing the path so you can move forward without deception, without doubt, and without being held back by things you were never meant to carry. This process requires courage, because once you see the truth, you cannot unsee it. But that is also where your power begins. You are no longer walking blindly, you are walking with awareness, with discernment, and with a clearer vision of where you are meant to go next. And once you begin walking with that level of awareness and clarity, something even more serious comes into focus. Urgent decisions begin to stand right in front of you. These are not small, everyday choices. These are defining moments that will shape your next season, your direction, and in many ways, your destiny. You may feel a strong inner pressure, like something is pushing you to decide, to act, or to finally let go of what you've been holding on to too long. This urgency is not meant to confuse you, but it will test you. It will reveal whether you are truly ready to move forward, or if you're still attached to what is familiar, but no longer right for you. You may find yourself standing between two paths, one that feels comfortable but limiting, and another that feels uncertain but deeply aligned with what you've been sensing within. This is where your growth is being measured, not by what you say, but by what you choose. In this moment, hesitation can feel safer, but it can also keep you stuck. You might be tempted to delay, to wait for the perfect sign, or to hope that things will somehow resolve on their own. But what makes this time different is that you are already being given the awareness you once lacked. The truth has been revealed, your instincts are sharper, and deep down, you already know what needs to be done. The challenge is whether you will trust that knowing or ignore it out of fear. These decisions may involve people, environments, habits, or even the direction of your life itself. You may need to walk away from something that once felt important, or step into something that feels bigger than your current level of comfort. It won't always feel easy, and it may not make sense to others around you. Some people may question your choices or try to convince you to stay the same. But this journey is not about their understanding, it's about your alignment. There is also a sense that timing matters right now. Opportunities may appear suddenly, or situations may force you to respond quicker than you expected. This is where your preparation is being activated. Everything you've gone through up until this point, every lesson, every moment of growth has been building you for decisions like these. You are not as unprepared as you might feel. At the same time, you may feel fear trying to creep in. Fear of making the wrong choice, fear of losing something, or fear of stepping into the unknown. But fear does not mean stop it. Often means you are standing at the edge of something significant. The key is to move with discernment, not panic. To listen closely to that inner voice that has been getting stronger within you, guiding you step by step. What you choose in this period will create momentum. It will either keep you tied to your past or launch you into your next level. There is no neutral ground here. Even choosing not to act is in itself a decision that carries consequences. That's why this moment is so critical. You are being asked to rise, to take responsibility for your direction, and to step into the authority you've been developing. And as intense as it may feel, this is also where your strength becomes real, not in theory, but in action. You are no longer just receiving scenes, you are responding to them. You are no longer just becoming aware, you are choosing your path. These decisions are not here to break you, but to position you exactly where you are meant to be next. And as you begin to make these defining decisions and step into a new level of awareness, another truth becomes impossible to ignore. Not everyone around you is meant to go where you're going. This realization can be one of the most difficult parts of your journey because it touches on your relationships, your sense of belonging, and the comfort of familiarity that once surrounded you. You may start to notice a growing distance between you and certain people. Conversations may feel different, connections may feel weaker, and the alignment you once had may no longer be there. It's not always because something dramatic has happened, but because you are changing. Your mindset is shifting, your priorities are evolving, and your level of awareness is no longer the same. And when you change, your environment naturally begins to respond. Some people may not understand this shift within you. They may try to keep you in the version of yourself they are used to, not out of harm, but because that is where they feel comfortable. Others may become distant on their own, as if the connection is quietly fading without explanation. And in some cases, you may clearly see that certain individuals were only meant to be part of a previous chapter in your life, not the one you are stepping into now. This can bring a sense of loneliness, even if you are surrounded by people. You might question whether you're doing the right thing or wonder why things can't just stay the way they were. But the truth is, growth often requires separation. You cannot fully step into your next level while holding on to connections that are rooted in who you used to be. It's not about rejecting people, it's about recognizing alignment. There may also be moments where you feel the need to pull back, to create space, or to protect your energy more than you did before. This is not selfish, it is necessary. As your awareness increases, so does your sensitivity to what drains you and what strengthens you. You to value peace, clarity, and purpose over constant noise or forced connection. At the same time, you may notice that certain people begin to reveal their true nature more clearly. Some may show support and understanding, proving that they are meant to grow alongside you. Others may react with negativity, doubt, or resistance, which only confirms that your paths are no longer aligned. These moments are not here to hurt you, they are here to show you where you truly stand with those around. Letting go, even emotionally, is not always easy. It can feel like you are losing something important, and in a way you are. But you are not losing without purpose, you are making space. Space for new connections, new opportunities, and a new version of yourself that cannot fully exist in your old environment. You are being guided to walk a path that is specific to you, and not everyone is called to walk that same path. Some people are part of your journey for a season, to teach you something, to support you for a time, or to be part of your growth in a certain phase. But when that phase ends, holding on too tightly can actually hold you back. This is where your discernment becomes essential. You are not being asked to isolate yourself or to cut people off harshly, but to understand where you are meant to invest your energy moving forward. To recognize who aligns with your growth and who does not. To accept that moving forward sometimes means moving differently, even if that means moving with fewer people. And even if it feels uncomfortable, this separation is part of your elevation. You are being positioned in a way that requires clarity, focus, and the right environment. Not everyone can come with you, not because you are better, but because your paths are no longer the same. And as you continue moving forward with this clarity, even through the separation and the difficult adjustments, there is something powerful happening that you must not overlook. Divine direction is active in your life, but your awareness is required to fully walk in it. You are not navigating this season alone, even if it feels that way at times. There is a covering over you, a guidance that has been present even in moments when you didn't realize it. You may begin to notice that certain things you expected to happen never did. Situations that could have gone wrong somehow didn't. Plans that fell apart may have actually been protecting you from something you couldn't see at the time. At first, it might have felt like disappointment or confusion, but now, with greater awareness, you can start to recognize that not every closed door was a loss, some were acts of protection. This protection doesn't always come in obvious ways. It's often quiet, subtle, working behind the scenes. It may come as a strong feeling telling you not to go somewhere, not to trust something, or to pause when everything in you wants to rush forward. These inner signals are not random, they are part of the guidance you are being given. The more you learn to listen, the clearer they become. At the same time, this is where your responsibility comes in. Protection does not mean you can move carelessly. It requires awareness, discernment, and a willingness to pay attention. You are being called to stay alert, to notice the details, and to take seriously what you feel deep inside. Ignoring your intuition or dismissing the signs around you can lead you into situations that you were meant to. May also feel a stronger sense of caution in this season. Things that once seemed harmless may now feel off, and your tolerance for risk without clarity may decrease. This is not fear, it is heightened awareness. It is the result of your growth and the alignment that is taking place within you. You are becoming more sensitive to what is right for you and what is not. There will be moments where you are guided to slow down, to wait, or to observe instead of immediately acting. Moments are just as important as the ones that require movement. Protection is not only about keeping you safe from harm, but also about positioning you at the right place, at the right time, for what is meant for you. Timing becomes part of your protection. You might also notice that certain people or situations naturally move out of your life before they can create deeper impact. This is not coincidence. It is part of the same protection that has been working all along. You are being directed, sometimes without even realizing it, toward what aligns with your purpose and away from what does not. The key in this season is not to become fearful, but to become aware, to understand that you are being guided, but you must also participate in that guidance by staying attentive and grounded. Trust what you feel, observe what is happening around you, and don't ignore the quiet warnings or confirmations that come your way. Even when things feel uncertain, there is a level of security that comes from knowing you are not unprotected. You are being watched over, directed, and kept in ways that go beyond what you can immediately see. But that protection works best when you are aligned with it, when you listen, when you stay aware, and when you move with intention rather than impulse. This is not a time to move blindly. It is a time to move wisely, with clarity and trust. Because as you continue forward, you are not only being protected, you are being positioned to be fully aware, fully present, and fully aligned with the path that is unfolding before you.